So I recently saw a short video by a creator called Schizophrenic NYC, who is a schizophrenic woman living in New York City, I believe. At least that's what I can gather from the name. And there were a lot of comments in this video saying how schizophrenia was some form of superpower and that they're not sick people, they're special, they have powers, they communicate with spirits, they're gifted. You think schizophrenic people are delusional, and then you meet these people who aren't even schizophrenic, to my knowledge, and you just think like, wow, like how do you even... And look, I am not here to hate on spiritual people. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I don't care, right? It's up to you. But when you're coming out here and you are telling mentally ill people that they are not sick, you are making an extremely harmful impact, not just on those people as individuals, but on the community of mental ill people, of schizophrenic people as a whole. And even people who aren't schizophrenic, you still have an impact on them because you are making them believe things that aren't true. You're spreading misinformation. Because look, here is the reality. Schizophrenia is a psychiatric disorder, and we don't really know the exact cause. We can't pinpoint it exactly, but our most commonly held and believed theory is that it is caused by a mix of genetic and environmental factors, meaning that it's not purely genetic and it's not purely environmental. You have to sort of have the right mix of both sort of conditions to develop schizophrenia at some point in your life, although there are exceptions to this, as there are exceptions to everything. Schizophrenia is not a superpower. They are not psychic, they are not mediums. Some of them might believe that they are, but that's because they are schizophrenic, they are delusional. That is part of the disorder, that is part of the symptoms. And when you come out here and you tell these people that they're not sick, what do you think is going to happen? They might believe that they're not sick already, because the majority of schizophrenic patients refuse treatment because they believe there's nothing wrong with them. Why? Not because there's nothing wrong with them, but because they're delusional. That is part of the symptoms of schizophrenia and psychosis in general, hallucinations and delusions. And when you tell these people that they are not sick, when you encourage this mentality, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to stop taking their medication, they're going to stop going to their doctors, they're going to stop taking medical advice. And what do you think happens from there? They fall into psychosis, they end up dead, homeless, in jail, in hospital, or God forbid, they end up hurting themselves or someone else. Because the reality is, only 10% of all homicides are committed by someone with a mental illness. But that does not change the fact that people who are mentally ill, particularly people who are schizophrenic, are more vulnerable to situations like these. So when you come out here and you encourage these people to believe that they're not actually sick, you are making an awful impact, not just on that community, but on the world as a whole, because you are spreading misinformation and you are encouraging negative, harmful behavior. And look, if you want to believe in spirituality and deities and all this fantasy shit because you smoke weed and you like to be philosophical, you can do that, right? I used to be in that position as well. I used to love thinking about spirits and ghosts and the supernatural and shit like that, because it's really, really cool. It is. But it's not real. It's fictional. It's fantasy. And that's okay. The world is a little bit boring sometimes, but that's just life. We are all part of this objective reality. But when you come out here and you tell psychotic patients that what they're experiencing is actually real and not just a result of a dysfunction in their brain, you are ruining these people. Like, and I don't understand why these people get so much support. It's people be like, oh, we'll never know if it's spirituality or schizophrenia because everyone says it's schizophrenia anyway. I'm a medium and I have psychic powers. People thought I was schizophrenic, and then I read a book and it taught me about my gifts. And it's like, you're crazy. And I hate that word. I really do. I hate that word. But you are. There is no other way to describe you. If you want to believe in all of that stuff, that is perfectly fine. But you should not be encouraging sick and vulnerable people to basically just stop getting all medical treatment, because your mentality is basically saying that, oh, schizophrenic people, nothing wrong with them. They're gifted. They got superpowers. We're normies. We won't get it. They're gifted. They speak to spirits. They're in a different realm to us. And it's like, I can't. Because you cannot argue with these people. You cannot reason with these people because their beliefs are just so dumbfounded. Like, they're not based in reality. They're not based in objective evidence and proof. They're based in the art of smoking weed and watching YouTube videos. That's it. That is literally it. Like, they spend 10-20 minutes on Reddit while smoking a bong, and they think that's research into actual mental illness, and it's not. If you want advice and information on schizophrenia and psychosis in general, look at the NHS, look at WebMD, look at the American Psychiatric Organization. Get your information from verified medical professionals, not from strangers on the internet who believe that weed is the answer to everything, and that LSD is the answer to everything, and that the government is lying to all of us, and that the medical professionals are lying to all of us, and that schizophrenia is not real. Because it is. And I'm going to cut this video short because I could rant about this all fucking day, and that would just be a waste of time for everyone. But I just wanted to come out here and say that schizophrenia is not a superpower. If you want to believe that schizophrenia is a superpower, then you go ahead, you can do that. But do not be encouraging actual schizophrenic people to stop taking their medication, to stop getting treatment, and encouraging them to believe that they're not sick, because that only ends one way, and it's never a good way for the person or the people around them. That being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all found it informative and useful. Don't get your information from TikTok. Don't get your information from Reddit. Get your information from verified medical professionals. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is Toshi, signing out.